Hi, my name is William. I am a Director of Production at Energy Solution Air. It's a manufacturer for heat exchanger based in Sherbrooke, Quebec. I personally have been using Zoho since 2019. When I first joined the company, I was employee number 5 there, and we were already using Zoho One. At the beginning, when we were a small company, everyone was bringing their own computers to work because we were such a small company. As we continued to grow, at one point we needed to buy devices for the different employees that we had. And when I first bought devices, I contacted different manufacturers and opened up business accounts, and then they shipped devices to us, Windows devices. And when I opened it up, it was telling me you have to connect with a Microsoft account. But we didn't have any Microsoft accounts, and I didn't want to buy an Active Directory subscription just to create an account because we're using Zoho One for everything. So I looked at possible solutions. How can Zoho help? And this is when I discovered Zoho Directory. So our current setup, when I buy a device, whether it's a Windows computer, a Mac computer, or a Linux computer, first thing I do is create an account there and install Zoho Directory and Zoho Assist as well on it. Then I can create the account for my employee that's going to use the device. And when the employee starts his job, I can just give him one password. This is your Zoho account password, don't lose it. And then he can log on to his device. I also do that for my factory. So I have employees at the factory that are using tablets connected with Zoho Inventory to create the assemblies for a production line. And they are using Zoho Directory as well, more specifically the MDM. So I buy Android tablets, I scan a QR code in Zoho Directory, and it's set up with all the apps I wanted them to use, with the Wi-Fi set up and everything with their name, and then I just give them a tablet. We are using Zoho Directory for device authentication, and we're also using it for single sign-on. So we decided to use a wiki that's external to Zoho, and right now the wiki is using Zoho Authentication. So I can just sign it with my Zoho credentials. I just stick Zoho sign-on, and the process is seamless to me. I don't have to remember another password. One of the reasons behind using Zoho was that it was cloud-based and it was less necessary to protect our physical devices. But as the company grows, as we have more things to protect, it's important for us that our users are using the right tools for the job and that they remain protected. So every devices that the organization provided is set up with Zoho Directory, and we can control it with other Zoho features to make sure it's secure. At the same time, for the Zoho account, we enforce a policy to make strong passwords and to use multi-factor authentication to make sure that the devices are secure. So in terms of use for all our employees, I think that in life, you have so many passwords to remember, so many things to do, and you're starting a new job. You have all these new things you have to learn. If I tell you you have this password, and this login, and for this website, and for this account, you're gonna have to use that, it gets very confusing, very overwhelming. With Zoho Directory, I can tell them, no, you have one password to remember. They have one single source, and it makes them easier for them to onboard. And with Zoho One, it's also very easy for them to log on their different devices. And with the intelligent QR code scanning with OneNote, even if they change computer, they're visiting another office, they can just scan the QR code and log in. I think that's very helpful too.